Here's the timeline of much of a history of Iranian attacks. April 1983, a suicide car bombing killed 63 people including 17 Americans at the U.S. Embassy in Beirut. The Iran-backed terrorist group Islamic Jihad, a precursor and early branch of Hezbollah, claimed responsibility. October 1983, operatives of Iran-backed Hezbollah drive a truck bomb at the Marine compound in Beirut, killing 220 U.S. Marines and 21 other service personnel. December 1983, Hezbollah operatives drives an explosive file dump truck through the gates of the U.S. Embassy in Kuwait City. March 1984, terrorists kidnap CIA station chief William Buckley in Beirut, subsequently torturing and ultimately killing him in 1985. Islamic Jihad claims responsibility. December 1984, Hezbollah terrorists hijacked Kuwait Airways Flight 221 on its way from Kuwait to Pakistan and diverted to Tehran, killing 2 American officials from the U.S. Agency for International Development. June 1985, Hezbollah terrorists hijacked 2 WA Flight 847 en route from Athens to Rome and kill a U.S. Navy diver. July 1989, Hezbollah operatives kills U.S. Marine Corps Colonel William Higgins after kidnapping him the previous year while on a United Nations peacekeeping mission in southern Lebanon. April 1995, an explosive Laden van crashes into the bus near Kfar Darom in Gaza Strip, killing 1 American and 7 Israelis. Palestinian Islamic Jihad claims responsibility. August 1995, a Hamas suicide bomber blows up a bus in a Ramat Eshkol neighborhood of Jerusalem, killing American and 3 other passengers and wounding more than 100. February 1996, a Hamas suicide bomber blows up a Jerusalem bus, killing 3 Americans and wounding 3 other Americans. A total of 26 people die in the attack. March 1996, a suicide bomber blows up the Dizengoff shopping center in Tel Aviv, wounding 2 Americans. 20 people die and 75 others are injured in the attack. Both Hamas and Palestinian Islamic Jihad claim responsibility. May 1996, gunmen kill an American-Israeli dual citizen in a community of Bel El in West Bank. Another US citizen and 3 Israelis are wounded. June 1996, a truck carrying 5,000 pounds of explosive blows up the Khobar Towers, the US Air Force housing complex in Saudi Arabian town of Khobar. 19 Americans died and some 500 people are injured. The Iran-backed Hezbollah al-Hijaz, a terrorist group in Saudi Arabia, is deemed responsible. September 1997, 3 Hamas suicide bombers blow themselves up at the Ben Yehuda shopping mall in Jerusalem, killing a US-Israeli dual citizen and wounding 7 other American citizens. 4 other people died and nearly 200 are wounded in the attack. August 1998, with the assistance of Hezbollah, Al-Qaeda suicide bombers simultaneously blow up the US embassies in Kenya and Tanzania, killing 224 people including 12 Americans and wounded thousands. According to 9/11 Commission report, Al-Qaeda developed a tactical expertise for such attacks months earlier when some of its operatives, top military committee members and several operatives who were involved with the Kenya cell among them were sent to Hezbollah training camps in Lebanon. August 2001, a Hamas suicide bomber blows up the Sabaro pizzeria in Jerusalem, killing a US-Israeli dual citizen and 2 other Americans. A total of 15 people die in the attack. January 2002, gunmen affiliated with Iran-backed Al-Aqsa Martyrs Brigade kill a US-Israel dual citizen and wounded another individual in the West Bank community of Beit Sahur. July 2002, a bomb planted by a Hamas terrorist kills 5 Americans at the Jerusalem Hebrew University, killing 5 American students including an American-Israeli dual citizen and American-French dual citizen. A total of 9 people die in the attack. June 2003, an American citizen along with 16 other people died when a Hamas terrorist blew himself up on a bus in Jerusalem. October 2003, terrorists from the Iran-backed Popular Resistance Committees kill 3 U.S. diplomatic personnel in bombing in Gaza. From 2003 to 2011, Iranian-backed militia kills at least 603 U.S. troops in Iraq, according to the Pentagon. Iranian training and material support for Iraqi militias during the surge greatly increased the difficulty of U.S. forces to combat the insurgency and included some of the deadliest weapons used against American troops, including explosive form penetrators and improvised explosive devices. August 2003, a Hamas suicide bomber blows up a bus in Jerusalem, killing 5 Americans and wounding 1 another American. A total of 24 people died in the attack. August 2006, Hezbollah fighters kill American citizens Michael Levin, a soldier in the Israeli Defense Forces during the Second Lebanon War. He is the only American to die in a conflict. January 2007, 12 men affiliated with Quds Force of Iran's Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps, disguised themselves as U.S. soldiers, entered the Provincial Joint Coordination Center in the Iraqi city of Karbala, killed 5 U.S. soldiers and wounded another 3. In 2019, the U.S. State Department issued a $50 million bounty for information on the IRGC Quad Force commander who planned the attack and other assassination of coalition forces in Iraq. July 2014, the Hamas terrorists killed 2 Americans serving in the IDF during fighting between the terrorist group and Israel in Gaza as a part of Operation Protective Edge. October 2015, Hamas terrorists kill an American citizen and his wife, residents of the West Bank community of Neira, in their car in a drive-by shooting. December 2019, rockets fired by the Kataib Hezbollah, an Iran-backed militia, kills an American security contractor and wounded several U.S. service members and Iraqi personnel at the K-1 military base in the Iraq city of Kirkuk. January 2020, a direct Iranian ballistic missile attack against the Ain al-Assad airbase in Iraq caused more than 100 U.S. troops to suffer traumatic brain injuries. March 2020, the family of former FBI agent Robert Levinson, who disappeared in Iran in 2007, announces that he likely died at the Iranian prison at an unknown date. September 2020, the U.S. intelligence reports indicate that Iran is weighing a plot to assassinate U.S. ambassador to South Africa Lana Marks. February 2021, a rocket fired by an Iran-backed militia at coalition forces in the Iraqi city of Erbil wounds a U.S. service member and 4 U.S. civilian contractors. July 2021, Iranian-backed militias conduct at least 3 rocket and drone attacks against U.S. forces in 24 hours in Iraq and Syria, wounding 2 U.S. service members. September 2022, Iranian rocket attack kills an American citizen in Iraqi Kurdistan. November 2022, a captain of Iran's IRGC orchestrates the killing of American citizen living in Baghdad who worked at the English Language Institute. March 2023, Iranian drone kills an American contractor and wounds 5 service members and other contractor when it strikes a coalition base near the Syrian city of Hasakah. October 7, 2023, Hamas kills at least 48 Americans and kidnaps at least 12 Americans in a massacre of 1,200 people in southern Israel. December 2023, a drone attack conducted by Iranian-backed Iraqi militia against U.S. forces in Erbil wounds 3 American soldiers, including 1 critically injured with shrapnel to the head that placed him in a coma. January 2024, a drone launched by Kataib Hezbollah kills 3 U.S. soldiers at the U.S. military base in Jordan and wounded more than 40 other service members. October 2024, Iran executes German Iranian national and U.S. permanent resident Jamhid Sharmand on fragile terrorism charges. November 2024, Iran and its proxies have conducted more than 180 attacks against U.S. forces in the Middle East between October 17, 2023 and November 19, 2024, resulting in more than 100 180 wounded and 3 killed U.S. service members. November 2024, the U.S. Department of Justice announces charges against the Iranian national and 2 American accomplices for plotting to assassinate President Trump. March 2025, a U.S. jury convicts 2 agents of Iran for plotting to assassinate Iranian-American journalist Masih Alinejad in New York 2022. June 2025, at least 3 U.S. bases in Syria and 2 U.S. bases in Iraq are attacked with missiles and drones, likely by Iranian-backed militia.